Hello, I'm Tommy Moore from the Bartitsu Lab. In this short video, I just wanted to talk about being able to make a wheeling exit. Now, wheeling blows are talked about in lots of World War II, 1950s martial arts guides, and essentially, the notion of a wheeling blow is a blow that moves you from right to left or left to right, whether that's a hook, whether that's a chop, whether that's using a knife, whether that's using a baton. Things that turn you, like so, are wheeling blows. And there is a greater emphasis in those guides about fully wheeling yourself around. If you imagine, many people tend to do quite transactional elbows or hooks. Boom, 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 boom. A wheeling strike takes you all the way through. And often they go all the way through, all the way back, all the way through. Do you see? There's a bigger, heavier flow of these types of things. And whether you plug in punch, chop, knife, baton, rubber chicken, doesn't matter. There's this larger flow motion going on there. Now, one of the benefits of wheeling strikes, as I mentioned, plugging in whatever you want to, is that it helps you move towards an exit. Now, moving towards an exit is something that's very, very important for modern self-defense. If I wake up in the middle of the night and this motherfucker is smashing in my back door and he's just gained entry, and I end up in some conflict with him, if I strike him or I wrestle him or I do something, if I take the initiative and I'm strong and I'm fast and I'm skilled, I may prevail. But he may be big, strong, fast, have some friends, whatever. People very rarely attack unless they have some or all of the advantage. He may be armed, he may have two mates behind him, he may have, he's caught me by surprise, I might be fucking naked. There's all manner of things that puts him at advantage and me at disadvantage. One of the great benefits of a wheeling blow, let's imagine he's just burst into the kitchen, just for argument's sake. Once you've done enough to relatively deal with the first micro instances of the threat, you may decide that a wheeling blow, a blow that moves you all the way around, is the best way for you to escape out the door, lock the conservatory, get to the kitchen where the knives are, get to your phone, look after your wife or your kids, do something else, go wake up your brothers, your dad, whatever it may be. Often, a strike may be better used to help you move somewhere else where fighting is better for you. Whether it gets you armed, gets you friends, gets you a barrier, gets you to safety, allows you to make a flight, make an escape or evasion. This is where wheeling blows come in handy. So as opposed to staying in the murder box, as opposed to staying within his arms, let's imagine that my two strikes here will be one, I'm going to smash him with a palm strike here. Just here. Shit, I've noticed the threat. Whoa! Now, I've started to notice that I might be at numerical disadvantage, or that there is a weapon in play that I can't realistically grapple right now. I might decide to throw a wheeling blow, and the difference between a normal blow and a wheeling blow is the wheeling blow moves me elsewhere. So as you can see, if I go smash, smash, yes, I cause him damage, I cause him trauma, and that may or may not be successful. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't readily allow me to go over there and get my kitchen knives, or close the door, or call the police, or do something in a quick fire fashion that gives me advantage. So, might deal with him, but not the two dudes behind him that have got baseball bats. Here, as I'm already on the move after the wheeling shot has hit, I'm now fucking off into the kitchen to come back with this, do something nasty. If I hadn't have done that, yes, I might have dealt with him, but the two guys behind him have great advantage over me, let alone what happens when he gets groggily up off the floor. So the notion of wheeling blows, and Styes is the best example of this. Chops, elbows, they condition your body to really add some penetration into the target. Sometimes when you work in pads, or even if you're sparring, boom, boom, you'll land it, and you'll land it with decent hip torque and shoulder torque and all that stuff. But if you really aim to drive through, you get much better torque, much better power. You're moving your body through. There's using your core to wind and unwind, like so. So those kind of wheeling blows, elbows, remember they can come back as well as forward. They give decent power. They allow you to break certain grips, certain grapple scenarios. But for me, a main benefit of training them is a blow which gets you moving towards an exit, moving you towards a weapon, moving you towards a barrier. All of these things buy you space, time and choice, things that you need to survive. So imagine, he's come in the house, I've smashed him, bang! I've immediately moved into this wheeling elbow, to move this way. I'm legging it as fast as I can, kitchen, magnetic rack, I've now got a weapon of advantage because I used the wheeling elbow to turn. If I didn't use the wheeling elbow, I would have to rely on manually twatting him, shoving him and turning him, which is an opportunity, is a possibility, but the wheeling shots add the benefit of a hit and a reposition at the same time. And that's why I enjoy them, that's why I find them very, very useful. If you imagine in, say, a World War II combative system, if I can land a wheeling shot on this opponent, it allows me to grab the shovel that's over here and fucking brain him. It allows me to pick up the rock. It allows me to go wake up my friend so he can wake up everyone else. Doing the wheeling shots, whether it's an edge of hand blow, from here, whether it's a hook punch, but moving your body over here gets me legging it towards something else, gets me to cause him injury, but also repositions me rapidly for something else, for other options. There are pros and cons. If you go in for a fully wheeling blow and you've not quite done the business, yes, he could grab you from behind and you will have noticed that. But that's why I'm advising when you do it, often it's precursed by something else that's heavy. Bang, wham, here. I'd very rarely advise your first blow to be a wheeling blow, but often as the last hit in a sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you may do, whatever you may want to do, if your last blow is a wheeling blow, it's often beneficial for allowing you to go get something like this, phone, door, whatever you need to do to escape, arm up or defend other areas or move to another geography, a place that's more beneficial. You're no longer at the bottom of the stairs, you're at the top of the stairs, whatever that may be. Wheeling blows, elbows, hooks, chops, baton strikes, cuts with the knife, whatever, allow me to already be moving that way. If I wanted to move behind Bob, it's the exact same deal. So if I wheel past him, I'm already going this way. You see? So it's not always about running behind you. I can wheel, if I just hit him here, bang, I'm still in his murder box. If I go through on this, I'm already flanking and already exiting. So wheeling blows, very, very good for allowing you to disengage to do something else. That disengage might be to exit and move, like I've just talked about, or that disengagement might be we've ended up too fucking close. Whoa! I've done a full wheeling shot to buy me some space so I can coil up and do something else. So you see, as well as allowing you to exit, move backwards, forwards, flank, wheeling shots are very good at buying a bit of space to fire something else with a bit more space, a bit more torque, a bit more power, and essentially keeping you a lot more safe because you've afforded yourself the room to fire a bomb. So whether to escape or whether to reposition and fire with more authority, getting used to wheeling shots that go beyond the normal range of movements can be a beneficial and useful exercise and something to enjoy when you're training.